Facebook's going mad.
Right.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we'll start with our welcome rewards for period 2 so far. 61 people, could hardly fit your names on the screen tonight, all receiving welcome rewards 1, 2 and 3. For those of you that don't know, you're very new on, then welcome rewards are our free sort of incentives from the company. I think Claire's going to mention what welcome rewards are in the online induction and what you need to do to achieve them. So first of all, I just want to recognise everybody on this list. We've got Sarah, Leanne, Sophie, Georgina, Jasmine, Fiona, Elaine, Grace, Monica, Debbie, Jane, Sarah, Kelly, Philippa, Kaylee, Rebecca, Laura, Natalie, Lauren, Mandy, Jane, Paul, Becky, Michael, Amy, Jeffrey, Fiona, Vicky, Natalie, Ashley, Dana, Danielle, Diane, Rebecca, Joanne, Nikki, Kathy, Claire, Cheryl, Danielle and Provan. We've also got Victoria, Lauren, Samantha, Kelly, Annette, Jade, Kelly, Kate, Rebecca, Tyler J, Becky, Lauren, Sheila, Nicola and Patricia, all receiving their welcome rewards 1, which is absolutely fantastic. Welcome rewards 1 and 2 achieved by Autumn. So absolutely well done, Autumn, on achieving both of your welcome rewards. We've got then welcome rewards 2 is Alexandra, Gillian, Siobhan, absolutely fantastic start to the business, Siobhan. I think Claire was telling me earlier that you've already done your 10% this period, off to an absolute flying start. Well on track for your 13% this period. So absolutely lovely. We met you at the conference, Siobhan, so I think you know what you're doing, so make sure you track yourself now this week to get that bigger bonus paid into your bank. Absolutely fantastic to hear that you're on track for that next bonus. We've got Roxanne and Deborah Underhill getting their welcome reward 2, and then I think it's welcome reward 3. Is it Kate Bancroft? Can't quite see at the bottom of the screen. Yeah, so Kate Bancroft, welcome reward 3 as well. So absolutely amazing. Lots and lots of you achieving these incentives. Lots of fantastic support in your sponsors and your upline in helping you to achieve these. So absolutely well done to all of you. Next slide, Claire. I'm trying to turn the slide and it won't work.
Me too. Oh, there we go.
Okay, so we've got then our top 20 retailers for period 2 so far. Myself and Andrew have just picked Beverly Allen. Beverly took over us last week, so with £1,712. Myself and Andrew have an established customer base that we've had for the past 11 years in the business. So I want to say well done, Beverly, because I know that you're brand new in the business, and to be getting these sort of sales is just absolutely phenomenal. In second place, we've got Beverly then with 1,612. We've got John and Carol Woodward with 1,440. We've got Peter Hooker in 5th place with 963. We've got Paul Grime with 944. We've got Roxanne with 893. We've got Kate with 875. We've got Joe Warman, 847. Well done, Joe. We've got Sarah Jane and Carl with 806. Now, all these in the blue have all already done personally their 10% bonus, which is absolutely amazing. In the red, you're already in the 1,000 club, so come on here, you can push to get yourself in the 1,000 club. Leading the way from the front with your personal retails, always, fantastic way to build your business. So then we've got just short, and I think Karen's actually put an order on today. Karen with 763, so I'm absolutely certain first full period she's going to have, first full period in getting stuck in with the business. Definitely going to on track to get your 10%. Put my teeth back in, 10% bonus, Karen. So well done. And we've got Autumn just short of 10%. So, you know, keep yourself tracked. There's Siobhan with her leading the way with her team, 752. Rachel and James, 637. Well done, guys. Gillian, I'm really looking forward to meeting at the Momentum meeting on Saturday, 580. We've got Natalie and Mark with 567. Emma and Mark with 562. Claire and Mark with 555. Harriet and Alistair, who are over in Lanzarote at the moment, with 547. And Jen and Steve with 554. I've also had a little message from Annette. She's put an order on today for £116. It unfortunately hasn't gone on the figures, but she really was pushing to get in the top 20 this week. So I'm sure it will have just pushed you into the top 20. Unfortunately, it wasn't quite showing on the figures. So well done, Annette. Also, just to mention, I've got some welcome rewards that weren't on the list because they've all received them today. So we've got Fiona Jackson in Kira's team over in Ireland. Absolutely fantastic start, Fiona. Well done, just following the lead from Kira there. We've got Elaine, I think it's Macduff, with her first welcome reward as well with Chris and Claire. And then we've got a Lisa Helm, a Kelly Ford, and a Laminta, I think it is, Toma. Absolutely well done. So we think we'd have even had room to fit you on the page. So absolutely fantastic, guys, to see so many people hitting those welcome rewards. So sorry, I just forgotten. I've written myself a little note here. So well done. Next slide, Claire. Thank you. So the matrix group so far for the period, this is team sales now. The previous slide was just personal sales. So this is the matrix group as a whole. We've done £47,358 worth of sales. And then in first and second place jointly, we've got Chris and Claire and Helen and Paul with 38,238. Oh, actually, I've not got that right. They've got first place. They've just pictured. They've obviously put a little order on. Claire and Chris in second place with 38,199. Rachel and James in third place with 14,279. Hannah in fourth place with 7,351. Claire and Mark on track for gold, guys. Well done. 6,462. Joe Warman, look at this. This is absolutely amazing, Joe. Definitely on track there for gold. You know, big push now. Come on, Team Titanium. Get behind Joe. All push now to get your bonuses. It'd be lovely to have a brand new gold baby so soon in the year. With 6,205. Then in joint 7th and 8th place, we've got Kirby and Ian with Harriet and Alistair with 4,775. We've got Sarah. Oh my God, Sarah, on track for, excuse me, let's have a drink. On track for your 18%. Go 18, baby. Come on, let's get that. First matrix group, go 18 qualifier. Who's it gonna be? So come on, you're nearly there. We've got Kathy and Jeff with 2,000. Oh, getting a bit emotional now. Sorry, I've had a bit of a call off Kathy today, so just wanted to let you know. Jeff's not been too good, so I thought it might be nice if we could do a little collection for anybody that knows Jeff. He's been in hospital for a couple of days. He's having a few little problems. So Kathy and Jeff have been with us a long while in the business. Sorry. Jeff's one of our oldest team members in his 80s, you know, so I think maybe at the Momentum meeting, maybe we could just have a little collection.
Yeah, definitely.
For those of you that do know Kathy and Jeff. Sorry. In 11th place, we've got Bev and Paul's story. Absolutely amazing, Bev and Paul, because I know, Bev, you know, you've had major surgery, and, you know, Rachel's been telling me all about your work ethic, you know, when you've been kind of, you know, having such major surgery, that you've continued to do what you can do. You're just there all the time supporting your team, you know. It's just absolutely fantastic. I know you're getting back on your feet now, and you're getting back out and doing your customer base, so that's absolutely fantastic to hear that you're now on the road to recovery. And you know, that's one of the lovely things I think about this business, that it's so flexible. We all have our odd challenges, don't we, that's going on in life. So well done for keeping going. Sorry, guys. Got myself in the right mess.
Don't need to carry on,
Sinead,
right?
I'm all right. Sinead and Darren. Oh, go on, Claire. Can you do it a minute?
Yeah, of course I can, yeah. Right, so joint 12th and 13th place, Sinead and Darren and Francis and Ryan with €3,021. Then we have in 14th place Beverly Allen with 2,230. Then we have in 15th place Kate Bancroft, who's flying. She's brand new, Kate. She's doing absolutely brilliant. £1,897. Jane and Andrew Hogan, again, really pleased for these. Back up there, 1,837. Well done, Jane. You're having a great one. Kelly Martin, again, another one. Well done. You're really pushing. £1,795. Stacey Roberts, 1,787. Kira and Tom, €2,152. Well done. And Stacey Mangnall, I never know how to pronounce this, £1,633. Well done. That's brilliant, everyone.
Okay, I composed myself now. Sorry, guys. Top recruiters now for period 2, 2018. In total, we've recruited 166 new team members. Now, period 2 last year, we did 150 in total. So it just absolutely amazing to see so many new people joining the business. Leading the way, going for gold, Jo Warman. I think she's on track for recruiting 1 a day at this rate. I don't think I've ever seen anybody recruit 24 people in one period, and we've got another week, well, nearly another week to go.
We're going to do 30.
It's going to be, that's mental, Jo. Wow. Rachel and James as well, just absolutely awesome. Rachel and James, 16 new team members. I'm just absolutely loving as well. I've not done the top new business from this, but looking at the new business sales that's coming through, it's just phenomenal. Claire and Mark back in it, absolutely, and it's showing in your business, the new business that's coming through for you, Claire and Mark. You're finding some fantastic people and back up there with your team figures, so absolutely fantastic to see. 13 new team members. Chris and Claire, 10. It just shows there's so many people out there that want to join this amazing opportunity. Bev and Paul, you know, we've just been talking about Bev and Paul, and you know, whilst she's been recuperating, she's been recruiting, so a bit of R&R. Absolutely fantastic. 9 new team members, absolutely phenomenal. We've got ourselves with Emma Hunter and Mark with 7. Sarah and Carl with 6, sorry. Jane and Andrew with Jay and Lee with 5. Then we've got Harriet and Alistair recruiting while they're on their holiday. Pardon?
It was Jane and Andrew, not Jay and Lee. You got Jay and Lee underneath. Oh, sorry, did you not say? Sorry, I got mixed up there.
Jane and Andrew and then Jay and Lee.
Sorry,
Oh Oh, the names do blur into one. And then we've got Kelly, Martin, Danielle, Jen and Roxanne, all with 4. Absolutely fantastic. Then with 3, we've got Hannah, Kira, Angela and Kate. With 2, we've got Francis, Keith, Janine and Beverly, Alan and Rishi. We've got then with 1, Jessica and Mark, Natalie, Rebecca, Cheryl, Susan, Annette, Stacey, Claire, Jen, Julia, Ross, Tracy, Jenna, Mike, Sarah, Amanda, I don't know how you pronounce that, sorry, Deborah, Gillian, Autumn, Michael, I'm not sure, is there any other ones at the bottom there?
Kelly and Leanne.
Kelly and Leanne as well, oh my god, absolutely awesome. We've got 262 new team members already in 2018, which is just phenomenal. Okay, so next slide. Dates for your diary then. Okay, so we've got, for those of you that are new and on here for the first time, we have our Matrix Motivation Monday every Monday. As it says here, we've got our online induction on our 10 pillars training today. Next week, we are looking for somebody to do a testimonial. And we've got then our next sponsor workshop, which we'll be following up on dealing with objections and things next week. So there's always training on here that's going to help you to build your business into momentum. Tomorrow it is the Vista Group opportunity presentation. It is also the team webinar. You know, it's a great honour. I have been asked to speak for the company webinar tomorrow, so please plug in and support me. Very, very nervous actually. Oh, very, very nervous.
Yeah. Should be
really fab. Shut up. And then we've got the Vista Group Leadership and Lifestyle Training on Thursday at 8:30. We've got then our Momentum meeting on Saturday. So if you've not been before, it's at the Preston Brook Church Hall in Runcorn. We do have a Momentum group. We've got lots of people coming now from all across the network where we're working together. Absolutely fantastic agenda. I'm really, really excited about our next meeting. We have the lovely Adele Di Casso, who's going to be sharing some fantastic training with us. I think Jo Warman is coming to join us and will be doing her testimonial for us. We've got Rachel Folger, the queen of getting people off to a fast start, is going to be sharing some fantastic training on getting your team, going. We've also got Chris, who's going to be sharing some training also. So it's going to be a fantastic lineup. It's great to get along to the meetings in person, you know, where you get to rub shoulders, you get to chat, we go and have a sizzle in the pub later. And I do believe it's a very special lady's birthday. So, and they're all going out night clubbing afterwards. So bring along your glad rags because they're off to Stockton Heath. Going to be partying all night, I believe. So team that learns together and has fun together, that's what it's all about, isn't it? Yeah. So make sure that if you want to bring a change of clothes or whatever that you do, but we will be going back to the pub, but you let us know if you want to join us and who's coming, and we can organise everything then from there. Okay, so just click through. I think there's a few other bits on here. The Momentum meeting we've talked about, just so that you can put the dates in your diary. We've got our summer showcase on the 2nd of June. That's at Cheltenham Racecourse. That's our company event, our company showcase. We've got the Christmas showcase and gala dinner on the 1st of September at the ICC in Birmingham. Absolutely fantastic day. And then we have a fantastic gala dinner in the evening. So if you want to join us, book your hotels early. Make sure that you've got a place. Just click it one more time. We tend to stay at the Premier Inn on Broad Street on Canal Side. Yeah.
And Claire went to book that. Like, she went to book it ages ago when we left the other showcase, and it was full.
Are you joking?
For the night of the gala dinner.
Oh, right, okay. They're going to have to maybe find somewhere else then. Ooh.
I've never known it to be full. It was on our way home from the last showcase, January showcase. She was booking it in the car, and she said, "Look, it's full." And she got it up on her phone. It was full. It's bank weekend, so maybe it's that.
Yeah, maybe it's something to do with that. I don't know. Okay, well, we'll find somewhere else then, and we'll let you know.
Loads of hotels anyway, isn't there?
Yeah,
there are loads. Yeah, definitely.
When is that for, Claire? Which
for the
one's
gala
for?
dinner.
The premiere.
Yeah, for the gala dinner, for the premiere.
Okay.
We'll have a look, can't we? Andrew, mute yourself, lovey, because you're making a rattly noise.
Sorry.
Mark's just checked and it's unavailable. Okay.
The Copthorne was right near it, isn't it? The Copthorne.
Never stayed in that one.
That was available.
Right, okay. We'll do a little bit of searching and we'll find somewhere then for us all to stay. Thanks, Claire. Right, okay, I am going to pass over to Claire now, who is, you know, absolutely fantastic at going through the online induction. Put these slides together really to help you, even, you know, whether you're new or whether you've been doing this for a while. I'm absolutely certain there's going to be something that you're going to pick up from tonight's training. So I'm going to mute myself and pass over to Claire to do our Matrix Group Online induction.
Thank you, Helen. Sorry, I was just plugging my laptop in there. It just flashed up saying my battery was about to go. I didn't know what was on. Right, sorry. So, our online induction. Okay. So, obviously, this is for anyone. One, if you're brand new, then this is great for you to understand our system, but also as a refresh for yourself for selling online or for you for teaching new team members online. It's good to keep yourself up to date with it all. So, this is our system. This is how we get people off to a fast start when they join us. So the first thing we always advise you to do is you've got your group set up, which either your sponsor's done that for you or you've set that up. It only takes a minute, but it's set up, and you need to get in there at least 15 pictures of the products before you add any friends. Now, we recommend that they're up-to-date, top-selling products that we know are in stock. So what we're doing is in the Picks for You group on the pinned post, we're updating it every week. It's always got this week's top sellers that are in stock. So we advise that you go straight for them, really, because we know that they sell well. We know that they're in stock products and put them straight into your group. Once you've done that, you're then going to start adding your friends and family to the group. And something that we recommend you do is that you ask your friends for some help. So if you can message your own friends, like not just everyone on Facebook, your own personal friends, and ask them to help you out by commenting and liking on a few products in your group. Even better if you decide to buy something for you. But what this does is it creates interest from other people. It gets other people looking at your group and wanting to maybe buy something themselves. It also shows people when they come into your group and look for the first time that there is interest in what you're selling. It's getting people seeing that people are liking and commenting. So we recommend as well that you're gonna post 3 products in every group that you're in, okay, each day, spread out throughout the day, you want to build it up to around 40 to 50 groups a day. Now, most people when they join are not in that many selling groups. If you are, then great, but you need to build that up. So, you know, just post in whatever you've got, 3 products, 3 different products spread out throughout the day. You want to post 3 to 5 products a day in your own selling group, okay? And 2 to 3 interaction posts a week in your own selling group as well. We're going to go through why they're important in a minute. The next thing we want you to do is you're going to write a list of 5 people that you're going to give the catalogues to. So you're going to get sent 5 catalogues, and you need to have a list of the first 5, then the next 5, then the next 5, and really your 5 catalogues are probably what's going to get you your first lot of sales if you use it right and you get them out to people. And people are not interested, then you don't give them to. So you want to find out who wants the catalogue, and then you want to get it quickly back to get back out again. As people are then starting to buy from you, what you want to do is you want to fill them into your selling group, and it takes about 6 months to build a customer base. And then eventually you get to a point where you only need to post into your own selling group because it just builds up all the time. Okay, but you have to like keep finding buyers and getting them in your group to do that, which we're going to go through how to do that as well. Another good one is to have a review post in your group and keep it bumped up to the top. So if you can get people that are going to buy off you to comment with some things that they've bought and saying, you know, either commenting about the product or putting a picture of the product. And if you've not really sold anything yet and you're quite new to this, then go and get a picture or pics for you that someone's used at home, like a product one, and put your own product review in there. Say, one of the customers has bought this lovely bedding set. Doesn't it look nice? You may not have sold that bedding set. That's fine. It's come from the group. But it looks like you're getting sales and other people will start to be interested. They like to see other people's reviews on it. Now, a top tip on this is to be consistent. It's all about daily habits that you're going to follow every single day whilst following this system. So, like it says here, successful people are just people with successful habits. It's something that we do all the time. Okay, there is no big secret. It's just that they're in a routine with the little things. So, on your own group. So I'm going to go through your group now. So like we say, you want to post 3 to 5 products a day, every day. Now you can schedule your posts. Some phones, you can do that on your phone. Sometimes you've got to do that off the computer. But if you schedule your posts in advance, you can schedule them for the whole week. You know, I don't know if all devices do that, but I think most do. And at least then you know that maybe on a Sunday if you've got nothing to do, schedule them so that they go out in intervals throughout the day and they stay interacting in your group. Make sure you post your 2 to 3 interaction posts, which again, schedule. You can also get apps that schedule, like Buffer and Hootsuite, things like that. They'll do it for you. You'll also post that on your own timeline as well if you want to keep that active. Advertise your group in other groups. But what we mean by that is don't go randomly posting the link to your group in lots of other groups because you can get your link banned. Okay, so advertise the name of your group. Maybe put your link in some of the comments, but try not to overpost the link to your group and get it back. So you want to personalize your group, okay? You want it to stand out, really. You want it, sorry, you want it to stand out. So you want yours to be that little bit different. And a good way to do that is with things like live videos, definitely does it, demonstrations, games, puzzles, free raffles. The live demos. Now with the live demos, you can either do a live of yourself, you could have it pointed at yourself and you could be talking and demonstrating products, or you could just have the camera pointing at the product. You could just demonstrate what the product does. Because some things, the catalogue just doesn't do it justice. And especially light up things, you can't really get that across in a picture. So showing it and maybe showing around the room, it like nothing stuff, that it really, really works. Something that we think is really important to do is to create a relationship with your customers. And a good way to do that is when you get new people, so whether it's people that have been added by friends and family or whether it's people that have requested to join, tag them in a post. You can do, again, not all groups will let you do this, but some do. So at the side where it shows you your new members, well, it shows you your team members, it will say how many new members that week. And then it'll say next to it, write a post. And then what that does is it will tag every single person who's joined in that week. And they will feel special that you tagged them. They'll think you've really gone out of the way to make an effort to tag them. And just, you can start to build a bond, send them a message when new people join, send them a link to your catalogue. You know, just build that relationship, get across to them that you're nice and reliable, because people want to buy off you, not necessarily clean easy. Okay. Another one, as I would say, is post a distributors wanted post in your group. Now, whether you are brand new, you've not got a team member, your first day, I really advise you do this. And for this reason, even if you're not ready to build a team, somebody in your group may look at what you're doing, see that it's an absolutely amazing opportunity, and why wouldn't they? See that we sell great stuff and want to earn some extra money themselves and want to do it. Now, if that's the case, they may well think because you're new that you can introduce them to the business. They may go elsewhere and look for someone advertising. Now, I'm sure you'd rather have that person in your team than become a competition to you. Okay, especially when they're in your group, you want it to be working together, and your upline will look after them, put them in your team and sort that out for you. But it's really important that you do still put that post in there, just because we've seen people, the best friends got to join somebody else because they didn't think that they could be doing this. So it does happen. Build up a good rapport and a good reputation with your customers. ask for feedback and reviews all the time. Have the review posts and have some polls. You can create polls in your group where you can ask people what they want. So today, would you like to see bedding, or would you like to see baking, or would you like to see cleaning products? Do that and start to see what people are interested in. The real life pictures of the products, again, they're great for reviews, but they're great in general because people like to see, you know, that what something's really like. Sometimes things can be misleading on a catalogue picture. They could be made to look bigger or anything. So sometimes people like to see the real life pictures. And this one is really important because I still see this happen a lot. You need to post one picture at a time. It needs to stand out. Now, Facebook selling is completely different to the likes of eBay selling. When someone goes on eBay, they're looking for an item. They'll go in and they'll manually search it. When they are looking on Facebook, they are just generally scrolling through the news feeds, and that item needs to jump out at them. They need to be looking along, and then suddenly this beautiful lamp pops at them and think, "Oh, I like that. I'll buy that." Now they wouldn't see that if that was in a picture with loads of little pictures that's not going to stand out, or an album. So you posted 10 pictures in one go. Again, not going to get seen. So the only way that them pictures are going to get seen is if someone clicks on and flicks through, which most of the time they don't. You know, most people, again, it's about jumping out like this. So please make sure your product is standing out. It's okay to have some collages for advertising the business, for example. But when advertising a product, it's really important to just have one picture and have its own place, stand out on its own. So, buy and selling sites. Right, okay. So this is where you're going to find your buyers, and this is where your focus needs to be. Your selling group is going to become your customer base where you only need to sell in 6 months' time. Until that point, your total focus has got to be buying and selling sites and finding customers in them. Okay, so try not to make it too much like a website. Okay, try not to make it too professional when you're posting in there. Use the real life pictures if you can on them groups. They will definitely work the best. But you want it to be like they're buying from you. You want it to be that you're selling from home. Couple of reasons for that. If you post a real life picture and someone thinks you're selling it from home, if they like the looks of it, they are more likely to jump up and say, "Yes, I'll buy it," than if you were a business advertising. Because if you're in a business, you might look at it and think, "Oh, I'll get one of them next time." If they think you're selling that from home, they think you've only got one. They'll think that they've got to buy it quick before it sells out, or, you know, so they're more quicker to say, "Oh yeah, I'll have that." Won't have time to think about it. So when you make it professional like your business, you'll start look elsewhere. Another tip with that is don't put too much information on the advert either, because you want to create them to ask questions. So if you was to put all the description, okay?
Okay.
Sorry, yeah. So if you was to, for example, copy and paste the description off the website, that's the worst thing you can do because it looks too much like you've copied and pasted the description off the website. It's got to be as if you're selling it from home, like you say. But also, you don't want anyone not asking questions. So if you put every little detail, exactly the size, the dimensions, everything, the make, everything, then they're not going to ask any questions. They'll sit and look, they'll weigh it up, they'll make their own conclusions on that, and then they may decide to leave it. If they want to know how big something is, what it does, what it's made of, then they're going to ask. Then if it's not there, they're going to ask. Now, by them commenting on the post, for one, that's really good for your post. Your advert's going to get bumped up more. It's going to start drawing lots of attention from other people who can see that there's lots of questions being asked on the post. Plus, as well, once they started asking the questions and they start getting into that with you, the more likely then to commit to the sale because they've already started asking a lot of questions. So I do think it's really important that you don't put too much information, but try to create a bit of a need and a want. You know, an example I often use is the buffet server that we sell. If I just see the description from the website posted buffet server and told me all details, I would look straight past it because I don't very often do buffets, so it's not something I would want. But when that's changed and they've created a need and a want because they put on there at Christmas, how much easier is this going to make your life when trying to keep all your veggies warm and you've got everyone sat waiting on this lovely buffet server? That's suddenly created a need for me that I didn't even know I needed until she pointed that out. I'm now going to go on and buy the buffet service. So try and think that way when you're posting your adverts. Again, build that relationship, because you want them to buy from you and not from Clean Easy. That is what the customers say. We tend to have that relationship built. So get organised, use your order forms, have all the contact details read, off the customers. Find out if the customer would like personal delivery or if it's sent direct. So when you're brand new at this now, the first thing all you need to think about is you just want to sell some stuff. Yeah, you just want to get some sales. So just advertise your products. Have your order forms ready if they've come yet with your catalogues. If they've not, have a notepad. And if someone wants to buy something, just literally take the orders. Find out whether they want it sent direct to them, or whether if they're local to you, you're going to do a delivery service, or if they're going to pick up from you. You need to find that out straight away, and then if they are local to you, then offer them that delivery service or that pickup free of charge if it's not too far out your way, and you're more likely to get the sale. I would never advise advertising delivery costs on your post. I would never put that on, because you're going to put people off. Most people will maybe not look at that until afterwards, where if you don't know the delivery and then they start asking questions, again, they're more likely to buy. So don't advertise it. If you are only sending items out to delivery, people will pay it. Just tell it them in a private message. Okay. Have all the details written down. Make sure you've got a contact number for them and an address where you're doing your delivery from, so that you know that you can get in touch with them once you've placed that order. So generating more sales, this is something to get some extra ones on top of what you normally do. So always follow up by sending the customer a link to your catalogue. So when someone says that you want to buy something, confirm it, take the details, just say to them, it'll be here next week and I will contact you when it comes, just to give you that bit of leeway to get enough orders on for your bulk sale, so that you're not committing to a certain day. And then send them the catalogue link. Say to them, your order will be getting placed on Thursday. If you want to look through the catalogue, if you want anything added to it, just let me know for future reference. On delivery, leave them a catalogue. Okay, so if you've got catalogues and you're not putting them out and you're unsure what to do with them, you really haven't got the time to put catalogues out, and you've got them for your welcome rewards, give them to your customers. Okay, if you can, what I would do is ask them, once you've given them a catalogue, can they be added to your online customer base every 4 weeks? Every 4 weeks, then even if you built up your catalogue customers through online, go back with them, write their address down, get them in like in the areas, so you know where you go and go and drop them off and get more sales every week. Set sell. I think this is something that does really well. Sell items that complement each other so people can buy them all. So you could set a scene. You could have your bedroom all done lovely with one of our lovely bedding sets on, and then maybe a lovely lamp and a lovely picture frame, some cushions, and sell that whole scene. And then people then want to start buying it all, or the makeup. Maybe put some of the makeup on and create a look. Sell the whole set again, so you're upgrading them. Doorstop demos on your delivery. These are obviously ideal at Christmas, but at the same time, lots of people do these all year round. Take something, especially things that light up, they're really good, because you can use them as a light to see collecting and getting your money out and things like that. But when you take them with you, even if you feel really uncomfortable about doing that, all you're going to say is, oh, look what the company's making me bring. I've had to bring this along to show you because the catalogue doesn't do it justice. You'll be surprised how many you'll sell. Online events and launches of catalogues. So a good one is, like, for example, the personalised care life has come out tonight. A girl in my team has got a big launch tomorrow night for that. So she doesn't advertise any products for that catalogue yet. She'll do like sneaky peeks, like a picture of the front cover with a sensor mark going through it to say, get ready, exciting new products coming. And then they'll all be posted in an event. She'll post the pictures to the products and she gets lots of sales every time she does it. So that's a really good one. Games and prizes that offer discounts. So, if you're going to do giveaways, you're going to do prizes, why not give them 20% off their order? Yeah, you're going to lose your commission on that, but it's going to boost your sales, it's going to give you the bigger bonus, it's going to get more people buying from you in the first place. Right, so that should be part of that other one. So the games and the prizes that offer discount encourage more sales. So now, how to get more out of Facebook? We need to pay attention to our Facebook reach. Okay, it's really important. And what that is, it's the number of unique people who see your content. It drives your sales and your recruiting results. Everything on Facebook boils down to your Facebook reach. So this is also giving your interaction group pages will always be seen more. So what we mean by that is interactive groups or pages will always be seen more. So when you've got a group that's doing really well, yeah, lots of people comment on it, it goes on the top of the newsfeed because Facebook can see that it's a popular group. So you've got to consider these three things as well when posting on Facebook: educate, entertain, and empower. These are the things that Facebook loves. So if you're posting things, for example, if you're posting training, you're educating people. So if you're posting a theme page, some training, that's what you're doing. Entertaining, funny videos, you know, loads of YouTube videos and things, make people laugh, everyone likes things like that. And empowering, and again, you've got lots of things like the power of positivity videos or quotes that are empowering, all this stuff Facebook likes. We'd like to see you do more of it. To get good reach, you need to post 3 times a day, every day. Now, this is on your own Facebook. This is not anything to do with any groups now. So if you're somebody who doesn't use Facebook and you want to do this business, you really need to start using Facebook. You need to build that up. So you need to be posting 3 times a day. Again, you can schedule these if it's something that you're not used to doing. Get an app on your phone and schedule the posts throughout your Facebook. So whether that's just a positive, quote, or whether that's a YouTube video or something, just make sure, or whether that's a status that you're going out or a picture of your tea, whatever it is you want to do, just make sure you're doing that. Now, being social in your group. Okay, so these are the top tips for being social. These are some games that we post in the group, and these work really well. Again, they're not going to necessarily get you a sale, but what they're going to do is they're going to make your group more sociable, more seen, more up there in the eyes of being a popular group in the Facebook world, so they will then show it to more people. Often you find when you're doing these interaction posts, this is when they're going to come in and look in your group as well. So things that people just can't help joining in with. Okay, there's so many of these. Again, in the pinned post on Picks for You, along with the top selling items, there's some interaction posts as well. So there's lots there for you. To do things like the polls and the giveaways and different competitions. Do this all the time, a couple of times a week. Edit in your group name. Do this. Some people do this every day. I would definitely do it at least once a week. Now, by editing your group name, you don't have to change the name of your group. You can put a smiley emoji, a heart, a kiss, hashtag, whatever you want to do. But what this does is it sends out a notification to every single person in your group that you've changed the name, and it gets them looking in there. So people might have forgot about your group. They may not see it in the newsfeed that often. Then all of a sudden you edit the name, and they're like, "Oh, what group is this?" And then we'll go on. So Facebook is like a bank account. Okay, so like you've got the debit and the credit. You've got to give in as much as you take out. Now, posting adverts is taken. Where every time you post an ad, you are taking from Facebook. They want to see you giving back. You've got to be level with this. And by giving back, we mean staying active, being sociable, doing review posts, doing recommendation posts, doing check-ins, all these little features that Facebook has. We want you to use them. A big one that is something that is really going to help you is going live. The more you go live in your group and on your page or in Facebook in general, the more it's going to help your Facebook stay active, because we can all get bans at times and sometimes it can't be helped. Lots of us have been here, but there's lots of ways to try and avoid it as best we can. Okay, so avoiding Facebook jail do's and don'ts. So do post ads that say search my group, Cam's online office. So that's instead of putting the link. Okay, do share videos with a comment. So when we said posting things like funny videos, don't just share the video. You've got to comment as well. So whether that's with a smiley face or not, it has to be unique to you that you posted it. If you don't comment, it's no longer unique to you. You just shared somewhere else's. Do make sure that you do all the correct levels of activity every day. So make sure you post it 3 times a day in your Facebook. Make sure you're liking and commenting other people's Facebook and your pictures. Always ask a prospect to contact you. Don't ever send out message requests. This is how you get in Facebook jail. If you send out lots and lots of message requests, you are instantly marked as a spammer. So when people, it's not so much when you're selling, because I don't think you'll do it at a big enough level, but when you are recruiting, you can come across up to 100 leads a day at times. If you were to send 100 people a day a message request, Facebook would just get shut down. Really important that you get them to contact you. Do have 2 accounts as a maximum. So don't go and have 3, 4, 5 accounts. But have 2, because Facebook will let you have one for personal use and one for work use. It's allowed to have 2, but it's important to keep them both very active, because otherwise, if you've just got one for the backup that you don't ever go on, as soon as you start using it, it becomes unusual activity and you'll be shut down. Also, you can't make up an account whilst you're on a ban. So it's got to be done when your account is clear, okay? And then have 2 accounts. Maybe not straight after you've been on a ban, and you can maybe give it a bit of time. So don't post ads that involve multiple posts of your link. So this is what we talked about, overposting the link. Any link, okay? We just don't overpost it. Don't bump ads at the same time as posting new ones. So we say don't post any more than 60 adverts a day. And we say to have them all spread out. So maybe in like 3 lots of 20 or something. But don't go and post 20 ads and then bump 20 old ads because you've done 40. Okay? You do class it as the same. Don't overpost, so don't do any more than 60 a day, and don't overjoin selling groups. 10 a day is a maximum, okay? But if you stick to it 10 a day every day, it becomes usual activity. You can get away with it. Start off by maybe joining 5 at first and keep building that up. Again, don't you PM people about the opportunity. They've got to contact you. Don't open multiple Facebook accounts. Don't post in multiple groups using a tool. So there are things like the marketplace where you can go and click 50 groups to post. If you use that, it just puts you on a ban. I don't even know why they've got it. Or the same as joining groups using the map. You use it, you get a ban. So you can't overuse anything. It's like a one-off thing that you can use, because you don't expect most people to be selling selling groups to be selling a lot. So they're only there for now and then. These are my top tips when selling online. So in your own group, you need to keep your products at the top of your selling group that are popular. So if you've got an item that everyone's wanted, make sure that that's always on the top. Or if you can, when someone clicks on your group, the first 5 products that they see, they need to see comments on straight away, because otherwise they'll give in and they'll just look at it and they'll think, right, no one's interested in that group, no one's commenting on any of these products, and they'll disappear. So find popular products and keep them bumped by commenting on it. So put a heart or an X or whatever you want, and it keeps it to the top. If you're brand new and you've not sold anything yet, so you've not got a popular product, when you've asked your friends and family to like and comment on some things, make sure they're the ones that are at the top of the group. Okay? When you are bumping up these products, make sure you clean up all your bumps. So, for example, if you've got an item that you just sells dead well and you want to keep it to the top of your group all the time, when you put your little heart or whatever you're putting on, delete the one before it. Okay, so it doesn't look like someone's come on and says, God, that product looks popular, but 20 people commented on that. When you click the comments, 20 comments of you saying bum, 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 because that can be even more off-putting. So make sure you clean all the others up. Don't post multiple pictures at once. I can't stress that enough. Make sure each product has its own standout ad, okay? Keep an eye on the company top sellers list. We always post this every week in the team matrix group. And if you don't see it, it's always on the EWD email you get on a Friday, and it's on the DSA. And that's what sold the most in the whole company that week. So it's always on trend items. Again, post a real life photographs of products, even if it's not your taste. You know, when we first started with this, I really wasn't keen on it, because for me, I liked the pictures of the website much better. And if I was personally going to buy, I probably wouldn't buy off one of these buying selling sites and look at the product and think, oh, I would if it was a brand new one. So don't think what you would think yourself necessarily, because you'd be surprised. This is what really works. Take in as much information as you can and take the advice and follow the steps. Be a sponge, be coachable. This business can give you anything you want it to give you if you're prepared to work it. Just follow the advice and keep going. The best times to post is anytime. Get sales all day long, but evenings, early mornings and weekends, all day Sunday as well, is just a great day. And really important, keep check on the stock checker, because we have items that are very, very popular that will sell out quicker than others. I'd be worried if we didn't have things that sell out. So we've always got to be on the ball to make sure that what we're selling is in stock. Okay, keep checking that as much as you possibly can. Then we've got other selling platforms. It's not just Facebook. We've got Schwab. Chloe Pemberton's doing absolutely brilliant on Schwab. So she said she's going to do a training for us at some point for this, but she's selling really well, and I know her team are as well. So that's definitely worth a look at. eBay, again, we've got some great sellers that sell on eBay. Gumtree, there's, you know what, Amazon, there's loads of places that you can sell. You're not limited. We're not like other network marketing companies where you tell you where you can and can't post. You can post where you want. Just make sure that if you're using a platform that charges you, that you're including them fees into your sales so that you're not out of pocket. Now, welcome rewards. When you first get going, in your first 60 days, you get some welcome rewards. So your first one is in your first 30 days, you have to do £150 worth of sales. This is then going to give you your first welcome reward. Now, you can either choose 50 catalogues or 5 dropship credits. 5 dropship credits are free delivery, okay? I'd always recommend you getting the catalogues because they're going to give you more sales. Even if you don't want to go out door to door with catalogues, you give them to friends, give them to family, give them to customers, you'll get you more sales. Your second welcome reward is when you get £600 of the sales in your first 30 days. So that's included the 150 you've already got, plus another 450, and that's going to give you your second one. And then you get 2. So you can have 2 lots of catalogues, 1 of each, or 2 of the same, or the dropship credits. Then you get another 60 days to do the same again, 600 worth of sales again, and that's going to give you another 2. So this can give you a total of 250 catalogues free, which if you were to buy the big catalogue kit, give you 250 catalogues, it's around £100, so it's a really good deal. You're going to get some full catalogues for free. Right, so how you earn your money? Well, it all starts with you, okay? So your Clean Easy is 20% commission, your K-Life is 15% commission, and your internet specials are 10%, okay? So let's just say that you have retailed £1,000 yourself, okay? So you've hit the 10% mark. If it was all Clean Easy, you're going to have a retail commission of £206, plus a retail bonus of 62. That's going to get paid directly into your bank. The other is what you're going to take from the commission from the sales straight away. And that's a total income of £268 in the 4 weeks. If it was all K-Life, it'd be £155 retail commission with a £47 bonus. So that's £206. So be wary of that when you're looking at what you're selling as well, because yes, the K-Life has a lot of nice, pretty things, but the Clean Easy stuff has some brilliant stuff in as well that will actually pay you more money. Now, this is how you can plan what you earn. So, for example, if you was to do £200 of sales in a week, £29 a day. Now, this is all based on the 20% commission. Then you're going to earn from that £165 cash and £50 bonus, £215. Okay, let's just say you were to do £42 of sales a day, which we can all do £42 of sales a day. I've seen people do that easy. £300 a week, that's going to earn you £248 cash and a £75 bonus. That's £323. Let's say we could sell £142 a day. Now, I know that there's people that could do that. But if you were to do this full time and really focus and go and get them sales, and you could get £142 of sales in a day and keep that going, you can earn £1,200 at the end of the month. That's a full-time income. Yes, it would be full-time hours to do that, but you'd be working for yourself. The opportunity is there for you to be able to earn a full-time income for yourself without a big setup fee. Now, if you were to then go on and build a team, this is how you can earn your money. So this is an example of a gold business, typical gold business. So this is with you retailing £1,000 again in the middle. and you've now introduced these people around the sides, all your friends and some family and a couple of people off your adverts, and between you, at that month you've sold £11,000. You've shown them how to all do £1,000 each. You've got £11,000. Now you're now a goal business, which means you're at the 24% bonus level. So you're going to get from that your same retail commission, £206 that you were getting before, no difference. But your retail bonus has now gone up from £62 to £150 because you're at higher bonus level, so you earn more off your own sales. But then you've got a team bonus of £877. You've not done any more sales, you've just shown everyone else how you've done what you've done. So that's a total income of £1,200. This is part-time work. You can do this by you only retailing 1,000 and showing others how to do the same. Again, if it's Care Life, £927. It's a full-time income that you can do part-time at home. And this is why we do encourage the team building, because it's working smarter, not harder, isn't it? You still have that time freedom and do that. So we'll go back. That's the end for the online induction.
You want to just take a minute, Claire?
Okay.
That was brilliant. If anybody wants to ask any questions about the online induction, I think there was a couple of questions in the chat. Let me find, where's the chat gone? Somebody's asked if which apps they can use to schedule posts. Okay.
So you can schedule posts on your own Facebook in your group, literally through Facebook, but you can also schedule like on your own personal timeline. You can use an app called Buffer. That's one. There was one called Hootsuite. There's a few. I would just put into the App Store Facebook scheduling posts, and I'm sure a few will come up with the free apps that you can get.
Okay. Fantastic. And it really is just a very simple system. It's just understanding the little things that you can do that's going to make a massive difference to getting them extra sales and not getting yourself into Facebook jail. So it's just following a few little rules, isn't it, and just kind of using the simple system that we've got. As everybody could see in the recognition, really, you follow that system, you definitely get the results, and the results are showing by how many people are achieving welcome rewards and everything else when they first get off to a start. So we definitely encourage you to follow that system. I think that was fantastically delivered. Emma's got some questions, but the baby's screaming. So yes, it is recorded, Emma, and by all means, you can contact one of us or your upline, your sponsor, if you do have any questions. But I don't know whether you're new or established. I think Sarah must be your sponsor. So we do record it so that you can watch it back in the group. So that would be great if you could watch it and then ask any questions from there. And very interested, we'll definitely be putting Claire Pemberton down, selling on Spock. We're always looking for new ideas.
Yeah,
so Claire Pemberton, you'll be getting roped into that one. I wrote a few notes there. I think really it's all about adding a little bit of personality. And adding that little bit of personality, having a bit of fun with it as well, because that people don't just want to be bombarded with sales stuff, do they? It's just that. And you've had a lovely comment. Grace has put that you make it sound so straightforward to follow. So brilliant. That's what we want. Keep it simple. All right, brilliant. Okay, are you all right then to carry on? Get a drink.
Okay. So I know that seemed well longer than it normally did. Right, okay.
Brilliant. Emma's put that she understands so much more now. Well, that's the idea of plugging into the training, Emma. We try to help you the best we can, giving you lots of top tips and advice. So fantastic, take it away and put it into action. We do say, I didn't say this earlier, but we do say the more you learn, the more you earn in this business, and it's dead true. Well done, Claire. And now we're going to move on to our 10 pillars training. It's time management and planning, and so Claire's going to run us through some training looking at time management and planning.
Okay, thank you. Right, okay, so time management and planning. So what we're going to go through today is the attitudes of time, the mystery of time, how to be the master of time, 7 practical action steps and priorities, deciding what you're worth, the mental bank, written plans, daily schedules and to-do lists, how to plan your pay, mastery tips, plan do review, and it's what you do with your time. Okay. So first of all, there are 4 attitudes towards time management, and in Jim Rohn's book 7 Strategies for Wealth and Happiness, he talks about the different types. So we've got the drifter mentality, and life is as unstructured as it can possibly be. And people that are in the drifter mentality, they don't really know what they're doing from one minute to the next. It can all seem a bit chaotic. And then you've got the 9 to 5 time manager, who they're people that work for people. They usually work for the boss, and everything's done around 9 to 5. They have all the headaches and the glory and the reward. Sorry, letting them have all the headaches, the glory, and the rewards. Yes, so the person they work for, they just want to go to work, get the work done, come home and have an easy life. And that's fine if that's what some people want to be. And then you've got the workaholics. There's never enough work. They're task orientated. They're not result orientated. They just want to be doing what they're doing. They're always busy, not always productive though, and not making the most of their money. Okay. Then we've got the enlightened time manager. There's a lot of time for everyone, aspects of life. Time to gift, time to work, and time to work smarter. Not always longer, and multiple their productivity. Okay. So this is what we kind of have with our time, don't we? It's here today and it's gone tomorrow. And how do you spend it? Well, we all have the same 668 hours in a week. No one has more time than others. Some of us are busier than others. Some of us don't do as much as others, and all that. But we've all got the same time. It's just what you do with it, isn't it? So this is the average person with an average job. You tend to work 40 hours a week in the job. 5 hours will be travelling, 56 hours of sleeping, 14 hours of eating, 7 hours personal care, 4 hours shopping, and 5 hours of housework. That's 131 hours. So guess what? They've still got 37 hours left. That's like plenty of time for a job, isn't it? Again, to fit in another business around it. So people say, oh, I can't fit this in because I work or because of these commitments that I have. But we can all do that. We can all fit it in somewhere if we use the pocket of time correctly. So how to be the master of time? Well, you need to track the time you spend on your activities that you do. So if you are someone that is struggling, that does say, I don't have time for this, I'm so busy, I've got this and this, then start tracking it. Write down what you do hour by hour, and it'll start to make you realise the time that you waste as well when we do this. So start making the right choices. Be personally responsible. Decide if it's going to be, it's up to me. If you want to make something happen, no one else is going to do it for you. It's totally down to you, and you have to make it happen yourself. Just take that responsibility. If you want things to change, we have to change that, don't we? There's no other way around it. Now, this is what we have in our self-journal and goals planner that we use, that Helen's done for us. And on here, we've got no reason why we can't fit everything in that we need to fit in with this, because it tracks us all the way. It's got everything down from posting on your own profile 3 times a day, what we say you need to do, editing your group name once a week with interaction posts, your cataloguing, you're putting your books out, you're joining your selling groups, your recruitment ads, your warm market, speaking to people. All of this stuff is in there, so you've got no reason to miss any of it out, because as long as you can tick it off when you're done, then it's done. You've also got your planner there from when you get up in the morning until you go to bed. You can fit in, you can write down everything you do. If you do work, fill out where you need to work, and then you work everything else around it. There's a copy of that on the Matrix group if you've not got it, by the way, and you want to use that. So daily action, we need to write down your daily 7 practical action steps for the day. We need to kind of have that in place every morning. So what are income producing activities? This is something we need to think about. Maybe things like watching the telly might have to be shortened. I understand that people have certain things that may not be income producing but are just as important to them, and that's fine, but it's kind of having that balance, isn't it? And having that little snap of time where you have a bit of telling to wind down, or a bit of going to the gym, or listening to music, or whatever it is that you do, still fitting that in, but maybe not as much. So when we're looking at income producing activities, it's things like, for our retail, posting adverts, posting catalogues, replying to adverts, collecting catalogues, delivering the products, building that customer relationship. It's all part of it. And then when you're building a team, sponsoring activities is creating leads and inquiries, providing opportunity, information to the opportunity, and, you know, arranging appointments, speaking to people on the phone, following them up, coaching and supporting your team. These things are income producing activities that need to be prioritised on your to-do list every single day. Now, do you struggle to keep focused on key activities? Because Helen has this great mental bank nut that she's used, and I think it's a really good idea for people to follow. So say it's appointments, so you're on the phone to people. Let's just say if you were paid £100 for every appointment you give it, and you probably do more, wouldn't you? Now, how many would you manage to fit in if you were getting paid £100 for each one? As we are not paid directly for the activities in this business, it's hard to stay motivated sometimes, because it's easy to do, but it's easy not to do. We can put things off. We can say, I'll do it tomorrow, or I'll do it later. But if you were getting paid £100 a time, you're going to do it now, aren't you? So keep a mental bank diary log and reward yourself with the money, and watch your bank balance grow. So every time you do an appointment, you write that £100 in, and give yourself goals, you know, to keep tracking how much you're going to earn. How much are you worth per hour? What have you decided that your worth is? Write that down. Write down how much you'd love to be earning if you were fulfilling your full potential. And my full potential, I am earning, and go and have that goal get checked. That's going to be your goal. That's going to be driving you, what it is that you want. Now, this is a typical part-time catalogue retail plan. Okay, so we've got in here dropping off 150 catalogues Friday, collecting them in on the Saturday with a slip telling you about tomorrow, and going back on Saturday for the stragglers. Okay, you can see here through the week you've got another drop, and then you've also got your deliveries, you're collecting your stragglers, your round robin where you're going to go back around and collect stragglers from the door, and then bagging up your orders and everything. You've got to have a plan, because all these things, some people will think it's just a drop, but what about placing your orders? You're going to get that done on time, you're going to get them bagged up on time, getting your orders out. But all has to come into your plan. Now, this is a typical full-time retailing plan. So you can see there's a lot more hours go into this. But let me show you this now. This is a customer base retailing plan. Now, and you drop right back down to part-time. So when you're full-time retailing, your blanket dropping, then you're going to build up this customer base. And after 6 months, you only go back to your customers. And this is where it becomes so much easier. This is where you earn around £20 to £30 an hour just from your catalogue customer base. So yeah, you're going to work hard for the first 6 months, but then it's going to drop right back to part-time hours. You're going to free up hours time, and then this is it forever. Then you've got this just part-time with good money coming in. So it's short-time effort for a long-time gain. Now, it says our plan, but this is actually Andy and Helen's plan, not my plan. But this is the retailing plan. So they've got their customer base out on there on a Friday. They take Will fly in with them. They do the deliveries and the stragglers. They do the team phone calls of the night. So everything's in different colours, so you can see how they work it. You know, they've got football with the kids. That's a big priority. So that's blocked out for the day, and that's great. That's what you do. Then you've got appointments, kit issues, collecting the customer in, taking Will everywhere. All the different things that they've got going on, karate and things like that, bagging up the orders, preparing the catalogues. I thought that said karaoke then, but it says karate. I thought you were going off doing karaoke then. But they've got all this stuff going on, and they still fit this in. Helen and Andy retail big every month. We've seen their figures, what they do, which pays them full-time income regardless of the team. So, you know, it's really good to just have a plan, be organised with it, and you can do whatever you want with it then, and fit it in around your life. Okay, so this is back to the off the tracker thing in the journal. So this is one of the things down the side that we keep track on when we're doing our retail activity, our team building activity. and our personal development, which is really important. 10 pages a day of personal development. If you were to do 10 pages a day, every day throughout the year, by the end of the year, you'd like doing everything in university, you'd know all kinds, and imagine how much more wiser as a person you'd be, how more developed, how you'd be able to help more and more people grow your income, grow their income, and grow your business. So if you keep doing that every day, listening to CDs, listening to YouTube trainings, attending the Zooms and the webinars, and getting your team on them, and you'll soon see your business grow. So we need to figure out, let me just read this again. We need to figure out how much do you want to earn? How much do you need to retail if you want to earn a certain amount of quick? How many catalogues do you need to place out on average to get the type of orders that you want? How many people do you need to sponsor to get your income up? This is a retail without a team chart, like I showed you in the induction. It's all on here, so you can see how much weekly catalogues out, weekly orders, how much you'll earn exactly, and figure it out. Plan what is it you need, so you know exactly what you need to do to get what you want. Okay, again, we've got the business structure that we've gone through on the online induction, but it shows you here the type of income you can get by building your own team. It doesn't have to be anything massive. You can still earn you can earn £1,000 a month, a great income, very part-time, or you can go on and start building even bigger. You know, you can get lots of little people building businesses as well. So even if everyone's just doing a bit, everyone's doing a couple of £100, lots and lots of people doing that, that is something that can be done really part-time. If everyone's just selling a bit with their friends and family, selling a bit online, selling a bit in work, imagine how this can just spread out. If everyone does a bit and recruits, then you can build your income up by doing that as well. So deal with your business before your challenges. Okay, you can't change things that you have no control over. So sometimes things get in the way, but we've got to make sure that we're committed to certain things. At the end of the day, if you had a job and you worked for the boss and there was something like the kids had a football match, yeah, you want to go to the football match, and it's the whole idea of having the flexibility of the business, but sometimes there might be the odd time where you may have to miss a bit of it, or take the work phone to work with you and do a bit there, because sometimes we haven't got any choice. We don't get paid, it's our business, so you've got to kind of work with that still. So learn to say no sometimes. Delegate activities like cleaning. Helen and Andy employ the cleaner so that they have more time to do that. You know, just get the kids doing it or something, but just delegate that out. And then when you work, be on it, be committed to what you're doing. And then when you do play, have fun. I think it's really important to be mindful of where you are at that time. When you switched off, and when you're on it, you're on it. And then everything becomes much more productive then. Know thyself, know your productive times and your available times. I know I'm the most productive early in the morning, and that's when I'm better for me. I can get much more done straight away when I get up. So it's just knowing yourself what works well for you. For other people, it's when the kids have gone to school and you've got that bit of time, or there could be a little gap where they're in nursery. But make sure you do as much as you can, things that are on your priority list for the most income producing in that productive time. Ask yourself, is this an income producing activity, and is it the best use of my time? So sometimes, especially with the online side, Facebook can be very distracting. Okay, we could be doing some stuff and then get distracted by some posts and some videos and people chatting, and it's just pulling ourselves back, isn't it? And just thinking, like, oh, I could be doing this now, I could be generating leads now, I could be, you know, something that you could be doing that's going to be making you more money. I think we've always got to be mindful of that. Take 5 minutes at the start of your day. Okay, so why? So know what you're doing. Okay, and getting it in a logical order. So sometimes, let me say, what's that book? Eat That Frog. Get the worst thing that you want to do done first. Get it out of the way, because otherwise, if you have that later and you're putting it off all day, it doesn't put you in a good vibe, does it? Either you want to know that you feel accomplished once you start feeling that achievement. feeling quite early on. It puts you in a row for the rest of the day. Take 5 minutes at the end of your day. So why? To review what you've achieved. Make yourself feel successful when you're going to bed. Go to bed knowing that you've done everything you need to do and reward yourself on the activity and not the results. So as long as your to-do list is ticked and your tracker sheet is ticked, then you can go to bed feeling like you've really achieved something because you've done the work. Now, whether you sold anything or got someone to join your team is irrelevant because you will do, and then you will get the sales. It will snowball. You've got to feel good about doing the activity first. Take time to a board meeting. You know, maybe sit down with your partner or by yourself if you're on your own with it, and just know the type of thing that you want. Except for the we can save arguments. So know what everyone wants, know what it is that you want, and get that done so that you're not bickering about who's doing what. It's just done for you. There's no point doing the same things and getting the same results. If you want things to change, you have to change. So what you're going to do, you've got to go and change. It's the only thing that we can do. And it's something that we always have to keep bringing ourselves back to. If we start slipping into our old habits, we've got to keep reminding ourselves, do I want to change? Do I want my life to change? Yet we'll stop slipping into the old habits that's going to keep you in the same old situation that you're in. Because we are where we are in life because of things we've done in the past. So if we carry on doing them same things, we carry on being in the same place that we're in. So if we want it to change, we've got to change that somewhere along the line. So operate from the plan and not from your thoughts. So always have it written down somewhere. Okay, have that plan, have that daily list. Do what you can at night and do that one more thing. So when you think you're done, just stretch yourself to do one more. Do get up out of bed earlier. 1 hour a day is an extra 7 hours in a week. You got up an extra hour a day early. Do get a sense of urgency. We want this and we want this quick. Find a reason why, and push for it. You know, I was having a chat with Rishi before on the phone, and it's finding that reason why you're doing this and what's going to be your driving force behind you, because everyone's got different driving forces behind them. For some people, they need the money now. Some people, it's nothing about the money. It could be something else. It's finding that something that's going to drive you and give you that sense of urgency why we want to get this done quick. Do more if you want more. Don't put things off. You don't know what tomorrow will bring. This is something that I think is like really weird with me, because if I ever put something off, there'll always be something that will bite me on the bum why I should never put it off. Something will go wrong. So I can't put anything off now, because I know that if I say I'll do that tomorrow, there'll be like, I don't know, a thunderstorm that'll stop me from doing something. So just try not to put things off till tomorrow, because you just don't know what tomorrow will bring. Everything could be completely changed. You've got to just do it while it's there. Review to ensure that you're being time effective. So like we say, plan, do and review. We might write a plan out and it might totally not go how we want it to go. It might just be totally rubbish. So we need to review that all the time and think, well, that's not working. Let's try this. Let's try this. And I think if you could, as long as you can be flexible and keep adjusting and understanding that maybe that didn't work, but it's not any reflection on you, and don't take it personally, just move on till you find the right thing that does work, then we can all be more productive and find better ways. So I can't see this one. So to earn more money, you need to learn more, don't we? So these are some great books that the Dave O'Connor, the Network Marketing Champion, that's been our book of the month, and people are doing really well with that book. It's a brilliant book. It's changed a lot of things for us. The 7 Strategies to Wealth and Happiness, Eat That Frog, and Time Management for Manic Mums. I think they're all ones that we could all start with right away, really, because I think they'll be great for everybody. Yeah, definitely. So time is like a river. We cannot touch it the same water twice, because the flow that has passed will never pass again. Enjoy every moment. That's a lovely quote, that, isn't it? But it's so true. Time goes in a blink of an eye. We can all look back and think that we wish we could have done stuff, but I'm sure I'd much rather regret something I'd done than something I'd not done. I'd never want to have regrets wishing I'd done things. If you've tried it and it's not worked, then that's all right. At least you tried it. So what it's what you do with your time. So we can all look busy, but are we busy doing the right things? Income producing activities, retailing or chatting with prospects. Choose to be 100% responsibility for your own life, your business. Eliminate all of your excuses. Embrace the fact that you are free by your choice, as long as you assume personal responsibility for them. It's time to make the choice and just take control. So time management is our most precious time, so we use it wisely and build a great future. There you go, thank you. Right.
Oh, that was brilliant, Claire. No, it's not easy sometimes. I know that was our slides and stuff, so I know it's not easy sometimes when you're doing a training from somebody else's route. But
I was just going to say, when it's someone else's, and I'm thinking,
when I did your training, it was really, really weird a couple of weeks ago when you were away, and I stepped in and did yours, and it was like really weird. But what I love is that actually we all know the same stuff, and you know what you were saying is what I say, and what you say is what it was really, really good. So great training tonight, loads of tips for everybody. I hope you've all took loads and loads of notes. Does anybody want to ask any questions? There's a few things coming up in the post. I don't know, just a bit of feedback or any questions. Amazing, lovely feedback. Oh, okay. Brilliant. Does anybody want to ask any questions? You can unmute yourself if you want to. Ask a question, be brave enough. We don't bite. Or does anybody want to type something in the chat and we'll read the question out for you?
I don't think I've ever talked so much in my life. I thought I was never going to end.
I felt like that a couple of weeks. It's hard. We're going to be sorting out a rota to get everybody a little bit more involved over the next couple of weeks, sharing a little bit of this. So anybody wants to volunteer themselves for some training, then please feel free. Oh, Grace, you've got all squeaky.
Grace, you sound like you're on a helium balloon.
The what? Oh, what's going on?
Say it again, Grace.
It sounds like she's been sucking helium or something. Oh, it just sounds like a little chipmunk. That's so funny. On the planet, do you ever feel like you are missing out loads of things? Yeah, I think, those things are everything that needs to be done in a day. And, sometimes things don't